This was actually the original site where the Dawn Meats company was founded back in 1980. And the patty producing plant here in Carroll's Cross was established in 2012 as a dedicated McDonald's facility, producing beef patties for the restaurants around Europe and supplying all of the restaurants here in Ireland. So over the years since 2012, we've invested approximately 25 million euro here in expanding capacity on the site, as well as installing the original capacity that was established back in 2012. So the investment over that period has added approximately 40% to the original capacity that was added in 2012. But specifically in relation to this site, the beef that's processed here for the UK and Irish markets, for example, is the equivalent of about 47,000 quarter pounders an hour. Ultimately, the demand is driven by the sales at the restaurants themselves, and that changes with the seasons and it changes with the promotional activity in each of the individual markets. So that varies over time, and we have to be in a position where we can respond to those demand changes. I mean, it all starts on farm. You know, the raw material is the basis for the finished product that we produce. It's a 100% Board BIA, SBLAS approved product coming from those farms, and it enables us to trace the product all the way through from the farms of origin to the restaurants that receive it ultimately. And fundamentally, because it is 100% beef product with no added ingredients, based on whole muscles going into it, it is the most natural of products.
The initial stage at our intakes area is to take the beef into the floor and then undergo numerous checks on the raw material. So as we saw today, we have a table of inspection on the floor. A tote is actually placed on the table, and each piece of meat is gone through to ensure that it complies with the specification. It's a whole muscle meat, and it's flank and forequarter, and it's whole muscle. Once it goes through all its checks, is then transferred to the work in progress chill. The next step after that is to take the meat from the WIP to our grinding stage, and it's at this stage where we mix our frozen raw material with our fresh raw material through their own grinders. The reason there is to ensure a patty temperature downstream of -1. So it's at this stage that we mix fresh with the frozen to enable a binder within the material to achieve a patty temperature at the forming stage. So the next step after the first grind is a pre-grinding stage, where the fresh and frozen meet together, and after that, once their fat is correct as per the spec, the meat then moves to the final mixer grinder phase. The meat then travels to our forming machines, and it's at this stage today where we saw our formers, and they were forming 10:1 patties, which is in your cheeseburger at McDonald's. Once the forming stage is complete, the patties travel on an inline freezer at -45, and it freezes the patty from a -1 patty temperature to -18. And the last check there then on the patty is our X-ray checks, where it checks for the appearance or the shape of the patty. Every hour we take patties from each line. They undergo testing within the QC kitchen. They're also cooked on the same grills that are in the McDonald's stores, and they're assessed against the standard of appearance, texture and aroma. So once they undergo those checks and they meet the specification, that batch is allowed to pass. So our packaging stage, so we place our patties into bags, so we actually form a bag. There's a multi-head weigher which weighs out the patties to a defined weight in the bag. It then pushes the patties into a bag, the bag is sealed, and then the bags then travel to a boxing station where they're placed into boxes, whether that be 2 bags per box or 3 bags per box. Then they're check weighed, sealed, and then the pallet is built by a robot at the end of line. We supply to Ireland. We have a depot in the UK and a depot in France as well. Our customer demands traceability on everything we do, and that goes right back to the actual primary sites. So it comes from primary, through deboning, through to here, traceability is kept within the meat.
Hi, I'm Joe Byrne. I've been a franchisee here in Waterford for 31 years. I joined McDonald's in 1977. and I'm still here today and a very proud franchisee in Waterford. We probably wouldn't be as successful as we are without Irish beef. The sustainable farms is very, very important for the environment, and our customers are aware of what we do, but where our beef comes from. Our Big Mac is our most popular product, and the other good thing is that it's processed in Carroll's Cross in County Waterford for the whole of Ireland and Northern Ireland. And having Irish beef 100% of the time kind of makes the difference.